It's over 2.5 years later, and the contractor for one of the final FEMA projects, CHB, is far from finishing construction of generator buildings at 5 Guam public schools. Guam Public School System FEMA project coordinator Fred Mosier took a look at the overdue projects for himself when he took these photos dated April 20th of this year.
There are probably upwards of 700 plus days past the initial required completion date, and obviously multiple extensions later.
DPW Director Larry Perez says he only became involved with the problem with CHB after he heard that if the projects are not completed before the deadline, then GovGuam will lose the remaining $3 million.
These projects were ongoing for the last couple of years. Things were going very kosher, and it wasn't until I got a visit from the Recovery Coordination Office Director, Mr. Ray Blas, advising me that we're right around the tail end of the project, and if we don't finish it by such and such a date, we will potentially lose $3 million.
In fact, since the start of the project, CHB has been paid some $367,000. However, Mosier believes that the amount of work done is only worth less than $255,000.
Obviously, CHB says they're at a certain level of completion, and we're saying that they're at a different level of completion. So the surety company goes out there and verifies, essentially where they're really at.
Both GPSS and DPW are now relying on the performance bond to have the work completed, possibly with a new contractor. Meanwhile, Perez says CHB should have been cited sooner to avoid risking the loss of FEMA funding.
If they were not doing their job, there's supposed to have been, a strike one, strike two, and then performance bond. But none of that was communicated. It wasn't until the tail end where I'm actually at this deadline.
Perez says he has forwarded the issue to the AG's office and the FBI before drawing any conclusions as who's to blame for the delay.
They were saying that we were not, DPW inspectors were not responding responsibly to them, and DPW is saying they're not meeting the criteria, the requirements. So I had to, I guess, immerse myself in all the mundane of it all, and I found out that we have some challenges.
Since the investigation, a CHB employee has been arrested in relation to this case. As we reported in January of this year, 55-year-old Cynthia DeCastro of CHB was charged with 3 counts of bribery after she tried to pay an inspector to look the other way when he uncovered flaws in the construction project for GPSS. DeCastro was also charged with trying to bribe the Public Works engineering supervisor, and she is now under house arrest. Nick Delgado, PNC News.